Okay, this is a video to show a problem with the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5 docking port's 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. And also it's the same problem with the OWC Thunderbolt 5 docking port 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port or jack. The problem happens on both of them, and I do not think it's a problem with the test computer or any of the test computers, because I have here an ASUS 2.5 gigabit Ethernet USB-C adapter, and I will show that this works fine. And it's only when I plug in the Thunderbolt 5 docks and use their 2.5 gigabit port that it doesn't work. So I'm going to start playing a video that's streaming to MacBook that's recording the video. So I have a computer on the left here that's playing video, and a computer on the right that's playing video, and hopefully you can hear me over the sound. And the video is streaming over NDI to the MacBook, and the MacBook is picking it up, as you can see here, wherever. And it's smooth, and all of this is over Wi-Fi. Yes, this is streaming NDI video to 1080 vertical resolution, 2560 by 14 by 1080. There's 16 by 9, 21 by 9 ratio. Both of these are streaming to the MacBook over Wi-Fi with no problem. And this is just me locking on the screen there, the camera. And no problem with it. You can see that it's smooth, the audio is smooth, everything is smooth. And to do this test, OBS will not dynamically detect the change in the network port, especially, maybe it's not really OBS, but NDI. When I turn off Wi-Fi, I need to stop this recording, and what I will do is I will stop the recording, close OBS, turn off Wi-Fi, plug in this 2.5 gigabit working, and launch OBS and start the recording again. So I'm going to be doing that in just a second. 3, 2, 1. And I'm back again over the ASUS 2.5 gigabit port adapter, and I'm going to start resuming the video and this video, and we'll jump to the next track here. And you can see that the video is still smooth. There's no hiccups. You can understand my audio. There's no jumping around in my audio. There's no glitching. So this works on this USB 2.5 gigabit port. But I'm now going to do the same thing by stopping the recording, closing OBS, unplugging from the ASUS 2.5 gigabit port, and plugging into first the Wavlink, and then I'll come back, and then I'll relaunch OBS and restart the recording, and then you'll see me again. So doing that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I have resumed the recording here. I have plugged the Ethernet jack into the back of the Ethernet cable into the back of the Wavlink Thunderbolt 5's 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. And I turned off the video here because as soon as I do this, again, this is just me locking on the camera, it's pretty sensitive. As soon as I do this, my audio is going to start glitching because OBS is going to be receiving jittery audio video, and OBS is itself going to get tripped, and even my direct wired lapel mic is going to have a hard time recording. You'll still be able to make out my voice. It's going to be a little rough, but I'm working inside of the tools that I've got. I could probably have another computer recording this, but I'm not going to put a fourth computer into the mix here. So I'm going to turn these back on, and my voice is going to become a little choppy on the lapel mic here, because of what OBS is going to start getting here. There's that video stream, and there's this video stream, and then resuming them. And you can immediately see and probably hear the audio from the videos is now choppy, and the video is stuttering. I'll get an actual video here. Let's do this one. So it takes a second to load for some reason. So the audio is the audio and video is very stuttering, and not sure why on this Wavlink. So I'm going to do the same thing with the OWC one, and you'll see that it's also stuttery. You can see right there the chop and the stutter. It shouldn't be quite like that. Let's get this one to be playing this guy, some video. It's a lot easier to see over video. I don't have any test patterns or any of the nice little sinusoidal sweeps or anything. So that's the problem with the Wavlink, and I bought this Thunderbolt 5 docking station for the 2.5 gigabit port, and it's not very usable in this situation. I'd like to have it fixed, but I'm just going to go back to using my USB Ethernet port. The several things I liked about Thunderbolt 5 was the 140 or 180 watt power supply charging that you could, power delivery that you could do. Obviously the Thunderbolt 5 display ports, the SD card on the front, lots of other benefits, but it's not working very well. And now I'll do the same test on the OWC. So again, I'm going to stop the recording, stop the recording, close OBS, unplug the Ethernet cable from the Wavlink, plug it into the OWC, relaunch OBS, and restart the recording. It's doing that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here I am again back. It's probably choppy still. Audio from the lapel mic, the actual recording, because the OBS is tripping over its receiving the NDI video streams. But I'll start the videos now. And you can see the chop, chop, chop. You can probably hear the chop, chop, chop. So the audio and video are both choppy over these. Supposedly, this is the OWC one sitting right here. I don't really have the... this is the OWC one. The Wavlink is underneath the laptop, just off screen, kind of. But that's what it's going through, and they're both choppy. And I also have here a, in addition to all this, I have a 10 gigabit, the brand is on Yo-Yo, cheap Chinese one, but it was 130 bucks. It's not a bad price for a 10 gigabit. You plug this in and it squeals. It makes a very high-pitched noise that even my old ears can pick up on. So that's a little sketchy, but it functions and it works, and there's no problem with... There seems to be no problem with the MacBook and receiving over Wi-Fi, receiving over the USB 2.5, and this would be a Thunderbolt 10G Ethernet. So the Mac can handle that, receiving those videos, no problem. It's only when using these two Thunderbolt 5 docking ports that it has a problem. So I'm going to return both of these and maybe report these to Wavlink and OWC and see if they can figure out what's going on. Otherwise, I'm not really going to deal with troubling myself with 2.5 gigabit that isn't working reliably. All right, that's about all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.